Scroll Toyota, leading the way every day. And Scroll Toyota, symbols of trust.
36-year-old Emmanuel Peter Cepeda calmly walked into the courtroom today to answer to the charges that he murdered his wife, Emma Catapang Cepeda, on February 17th. Emmanuel was silent throughout his arraignment except to answer to Judge Alberto Tolentino. His defense attorney, Jeff Warfield, entered a plea of not guilty by reason of mental illness.
We have noticed to the court that we expect that our client's mental health would be an issue in this matter, and we request an evaluation and ask the court to defer accepting the plea at this time.
As it stands now, we're getting notice that you are pleading not guilty to the charges contained therein, not guilty by reason of mental disease defect. What the court's going to do is the court will order that a forensic evaluation be performed within 10 working days or 10 days.
In addition to a psychological evaluation, Judge Tolentino also granted a request for discovery and grand jury proceedings on a disc to the defense, as well as a 12-panel jury trial. While he appeared in court for a murder charge today, Cepeda is still facing charges of family violence and terrorizing in a separate case involving his wife, Emma. In October of last year, Cepeda was arrested after Emma Cepeda told police that he had physically assaulted her and held a knife to her neck. Cepeda was arrested on October 18th and held on a $2,000 bail, but about 6 days later, he was released from prison on a personal recognizance bond. Personal recognizance essentially means that Cepeda was released on good behavior but would be required to pay the bail amount if he violated the condition of his release, for example, not showing up to his court dates. According to court files, Cepeda was only facing misdemeanor charges in October last year. He answered to the charges on November 28th, and while Assistant Attorney General Jonathan Kwan requested to increase his bail from $2,000 to $5,000, all Cepeda needed to do was simply sign a piece of paper with the new conditions of his release. He was not required to return to prison. It wasn't until December 20th that the misdemeanor charges were dropped and new family violence charges were filed, this time as felonies. He was then summoned to appear again in court on February 20th, just 3 days after his estranged wife was murdered.